Hey everyone, my name is Anders and today we are going to go over this week's Black Desert patch. Let's start with class balance. Most of the changes today are going to be quality of life, so no real significant changes I would say to damage or protections to most classes. We are probably going to see more info on where we're headed in terms of overall balance with the game when we see the Global Labs update in a few days. But for Warrior, we can now use Shift S during counter. For Musa, they fixed an issue where the Divider skill description did not mention super armor when performed with Tiger Blade drawn. They also removed the text that said increased attack area, which never applied. For Mewa, Red Blade Divider now has increased animation, allowing you to deal 6 more hits than before, so more damage if you follow through the entire animation, for which they fixed the issue where the summon would attack first when using Barrage of Lightning or a Lightning Blast while moving. For Lan, they fixed the missing details of the accuracy rate on the Bleeding Hearts tooltip and matched the super armor effect mentioned in the details with the actual effect. For Guardian, they changed Black Blood Circle to now combo with Flow Black Blood Eruption while holding Q when using the skill. They changed the previous key command to holding Shift Q to continue casting the skill. Prime Avalanche Strike now correctly details the 9 hits on the skill instead of 7 as before. This is simply a correction on the tooltip. The damage is the same. For Wusa, Soul Cleanse now correctly states it has down attack on the Sari Flower effect, and they match the combo speed of Core Blooming Dash with the normal version of the skill to Bloom Deluge and to Bloom Burst. Now moving on to Scholar, for Core Fusion the distance traveled has increased, stamina will no longer recover while using the skill, there will be no collision check while moving as well, and camera movement will rotate the character before the attack. For Flow Golden Vines and Flow Golden Pillar, when they are on cooldown, the critical hit chance has been changed to no longer apply. For Flow Repulsion, it has been improved so that it can be linked after any jump or dash skill by pressing LMB. While using Hammer Spin, you must press the C key again to activate the Core Fusion skill. The BSR animation speed of Potential Energy, or 100%, has been improved to be faster. Gravity Anchor will now apply when using the skill in shallow water. Infinite Power, Hammerfall, and Core Fusion Sledgehammer Attack will now apply a wider AoE in front of Scholar. Flow Golden Thunder attack range has been slightly increased to match the actual effect, and the Hammer Spin bug where the first and second hit were applied differently has been fixed. So that's all for class balance this week. Moving on to content updates, base energy has increased from 30 to 50. This means that everyone's max energy, regardless if you're a new player or not, has increased by 20. They have also lowered the energy needed to obtain knowledge entries in Balanos, quality of life for those starting out in the game, but for all of us, free 20 max energy is amazing to see. Ataraxian prequel questline is now optional. You don't have to do it. The minimum level required for Ataraxian, however, remains the same, but when you do reach level 60, you can simply go to the Soul Magia device and enter Ataraxian. Augmented history of physical entrances have been added to the game, and now the teleports found in the desert can be distinguished from one another. Before, you had to run a questline to see the difference and see which one would take you where, but they've made the questline optional. Processing certificates were once important for you to craft certain materials in the game, but it's a bit outdated now, so they have gone ahead and removed the previous quests and replaced them with one-time Black Spirit autocomplete quests instead of the old ones that offer processing XP. They have added a quit season function for players who wish to quit the ongoing season without graduating. Doing so will consume 1 season character ticket, and only your Tovala gear will be converted into normal gear. The rest of your items will be deleted. They've also added a way for you to take your 10 Black Star weapons from the new challenge reward and be able to convert that into a Godder version of that weapon. These new Godder weapons cannot be sold to the market, but otherwise act the same as a normal Godder items. Beginner Blackstones have been consolidated into one item instead of having one for armor and one for weapons. They now simply have the Beginner Blackstone item for your Naru gear as you level. They have made normal outfit items now reside in your Pearl inventory to save up inventory slot space. If you still have some items that were outfit items in your inventory and they have not moved to your Pearl inventory, you can just equip them and then unequip them to make them move to the Pearl inventory slot. Today we also have some Monster Zone buffs to silver per hour, so most of these will be increasing the soft cap AP to these areas, so more of your AP will influence your damage here based on your total stats. Because of this, they have also increased HP of monsters and also increased the amount of trash loot you get per monster kill. To some areas have either increased Agris consumption per kill to compensate for the increased trash loot, or made it it so that Agris does not apply to the zone elites that spawn. Drop rates for items like Dabaraka accessories, Dawn earrings, and Kragdalo origin stones have also been increased as well. Gyfin Underground in particular was pulling some impressive numbers in Korea last week when they got this patch, that we are getting this change with the included update from test server that Agris does not affect Butcher elite spawns in Gyfin, so we'll see how good it is in comparison. Overall, crypto wrestling thoughts: Olin's Valley, Dekia Olin's Valley, Ash Forest, Dekia Ash Forest, Gyfin Rossia Underground, City of the Dead, Darkseeker's Retreat, and Dekia Cyclops Land have been buffed with today's patch. Guild bosses were also improved today by removing the annoying mechanics they had and adding more loot to many bosses, or increased drop rates for rare items for bosses like Khan, Paturum, Farid, and Giant Monster. The daily quest NPC for Darkseeker's Retreat has been changed to Kaltan near the Darkseeker's Retreat node. They fixed the issue where the penalty effect for non-participants was not applied in certain situations to players from guilds and alliances participating in the Conquest War. Moosgar residences were added for storage and residence units to let you place furniture buff items closer to the grind area. In terms of looks, if you wanted to live there, I wouldn't recommend it. They're not very good looking. Ulukita Church buff NPC has also been changed to the Demeter NPC and Moosgar Village instead of the Zezek Mercenary Camp Node Manager. You can now see the gender of your horse from the character selection screen. And for events, we only have a couple today. We have the Blessing of Camiselv event. While you grind, you will get a young Camiselv illusion at random spawn. You talk with it, you use 3 energy, and you're going to get a 2-hour buff. We also have a guild boss event that allows you to complete just 1 guild boss mission to get the necessary amount to summon that boss. And lastly, we have a new outfit in the Pearl Shop, Grandpa Cron's Assistant. This is for all female classes except Shy, and it looks pretty good. I'll show you what it looks like on Scholar here. Don't forget to pick up also the silver bundle on the store as well for the new year. That should be active. And that's it for this update. What do you think about the Monster Zone buffs, and what do you think we'll see in this week's Global Labs? Let me know in the comments, and as always, thanks for watching, thanks for listening. I'll see you all in the next one. Take care.